Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Saturday, July 7th, 2018, and today is absolutely freaking gorgeous. It's 75 degrees, we got a light breeze, not a cloud in the sky. It's probably the nicest day overall that we've seen all year. Unfortunately, fishing conditions can be a little tough on days like this, but I'm thinking with the bright sun, there's going to be some fish that are taking refuge underneath some emergent vegetation, which means it is time to break out the frog. So I've got a box of weedless frogs, I got my heavy frog stick spooled with 30-pound braid, and I'm going to see if I can get any bass to come out of their hiding places and nail this thing. There we go. Oh, he's a little guy. He got me all wrapped up in those weeds. I didn't even get him in the mouth. He just swiped at it and I wound up hooking him in the side. Hooked him in the side of the face. Well, frogs are supposed to be big fish baits, but apparently little guys like them too. Back he goes. There we go. Another little guy came up and smacked it. Now I know for a fact that there are big fish in this pond, but I might have to wade through a few of these guys to get to them. That's alright. Action is action. And when it's on a frog, any strike can be fun, whether it's from a 6-incher or a 6-pounder. There we go. Another small one. Well, he got a mouthful of it. Got it way down in there. Boy, these small guys are hungry. Guess they're trying to fatten up to compete with all the big boys in this pond. Oh, wow. Totally whiffed on that one. I thought he missed it, but then I didn't see the frog, so I thought he took it under. So I set the hook, and there was nothing there. Oh, he missed it again. Dang it. Let's see if the third time is the charm here. There, we got it. Third time was the charm. Thank you for giving me another chance. Because I do hate missing fish, especially on frogs. Because it's normally my own stupid fault when I miss a fish on a frog from setting the hook too hard or not setting the hook at all. It's nice to find fish that are cooperative and forgive you for your past transgressions. Ooh, there was a head all the way across the pond. Now I'm all fouled up in a tree here. That's why you fish frogs with braid. Not just for getting out of the heavy cover, but when you screw up and set the hook back into a big bush, you can pull it out there without much fuss. There we go. Oh, wow, that was another little guy. Man, these little fish are just crushing the frog today. Hopefully there's some big ones around that want to play too. There we go. Hooked him way back in there. I couldn't even see the hit. I just pitched it back in there as far as I could. I couldn't even see the frog. I just heard a splash. I set the hook and there he was. Woo! Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. There we go. I saw him come up and sip that off the top, man. Oh, man. Oh, he's off, he's off, he's off. Oh, that sucks. That was a big fish. That was a big, big fish. That was like a 4-pounder. Man, I saw him wake up behind it, and he just sipped it under like a brown trout taking a dry fly. Man, that was something else. Whew! Sucks I couldn't land him, but he gave me the fun part anyway. Well, it was really interesting, the difference between how that big fish hit the lure and how the little ones have been hitting it today. The little ones, man, they have just been crashing the bait, throwing water everywhere, splashing like crazy. That big one, man, when you're that big, you don't have to make a ruckus. All he had to do was open his mouth, and he sucked that thing right down. That was really fun to watch. I'm still kind of upset that I couldn't land him, but it was exciting, and that's really why you frog fish, for the excitement of the strike. There we go. Oh, look at that. There's a little one. Little tiny bass came up and tried to grab this. He took it down, but I think that one was just too small to get it all the way in his mouth. He hit it hard though. Oh, jeez. He hit that right at my feet. I flipped it over a log. I had like 2 feet of line out. Jeez, that surprised the hell out of me. Not even mad I missed it. It was just crazy. Okay guys, well, I fished around that one spot and I didn't get any more hits. So I moved to this other spot to see if the weed pattern holds true. I've actually never fished this pond before, even though it's literally right across the street from the place I was just at. But I normally wind up going there first because I know there's decent fish in there. So this is an unproven commodity, and we'll see if it can prove itself today. Alright guys, well, absolutely no love at all from that last spot, but in thinking about it, it kind of makes sense, because most of the bites that I got were in the weeds, but it was weeds that were in the shade, and there wasn't a lot of shade at that other pond. So I think that's the pattern I'm going to be running for the rest of the day, is working the frog through the weeds, but only the weeds that are in the shade. So that's kind of the pattern within the pattern today. And that'll help me eliminate some likely dead water and get to the high percentage spots faster. There we go. Oh, he's off. That looked like a little pickerel. And this is firmly stuck in a tree now. There we go. Yeah, that looked like a pickerel. He hit it pretty savage, like pickerel do. Alright guys, well, I can't find any more bass to save my life, so I think I'm going to call it quits for today. Day started out pretty good. I was getting a lot of bites. I was landing most of the fish that I got to hit, which is a rarity with frog fishing for me. And then things started to unravel a little bit. I missed that big fish. I couldn't land any additional fish from that first spot. Then I thought I had the pattern figured out, so I ran it at a couple of other spots, and absolutely nothing. So the day turned from an A+ to maybe a B-. But a B- day of fishing is better than an A+ day of just about anything else as far as I'm concerned. Especially when it's on an absolutely flawless day like today was. So thank you all so much for joining me today, and I will see you on the next adventure.